Peace and blessings, everybody. It's me, Mike Ken, aka Rogue Spiritual. We're about to approach August. Tomorrow's the first. You already know what the fucking vibes is. You're gonna be tired from running around paying all these motherfucking bills. So make sure you use your money responsibly. There. So, getting to the meat of the matter. First off, right now I'm rehearsing a song, so I'm definitely gonna I got back to the grind. We're working on my mixtape, but now to the meat of the matter for real. There's been posts on my timeline regarding Cuban Link and all these other rappers he's beefing with for some petty reason, whatever the case is. I would like to say this: Cuban Link is a prime example of what happens when you don't let God handle your battles. Cuban Link been doing a whole lot of lip action for 30 something years, and he didn't even pray to the Lord or anything. He didn't do nothing about it. He didn't even pray. He didn't do anything about it. He was just doing a whole bunch of lip action for 30 years. Now, I don't care about the scandals of the Terror Squad or Hocus 45 or none of that. You know? Cuban Link is a prime example of what happens when you don't let God spin the block for you. You know, because when you try to do it by yourself, you fuck around, you're gonna be so stuck in the hysteria, you're gonna be so stuck in the past that you're not even in the present moment, and you wind up having all this lip action for 30 fucking years, which is why niggas look at the Bronx as some scary bitches or whatever the case is, words of hip hop, because of Cuban Link and other rappers aligning with him or whatever the case is. You know? So basically, I'll get to that later, but right now it's story time. Story time. Back in high school, basically two main people was beefing with me the most. God handled them on the spot. One of their names is Rosario Jr. and the other one is Ricardo Hamilton. Now, Rosario Jr., how it all started, it was that he basically was touching my leg, sexually harassing me or whatever the case is, and I felt weird or whatever, you know? So, I wasn't paying nothing else no fucking mind, but my subconscious told me to remember what he did to you and why. It was because of all of it. You know, and you know what? I was like, what was wrong with him? What was going on with this nigga? But there was something very twisted in his brain. Because after that, he kept harassing me. He literally had my name in his mouth. And I bet you even after high school. That's how good it is. God told me I handled this nigga. But since he wanted to play with you so fucking bad, guess what? Put his name on the list, chant him, use brujo, and I will take over. And we are going to give him what he wants. Now Mario, you know, he got knocked out by me. I gave him what he wanted. God handled him a long time ago. You know? Same thing with Ricardo Hamilton. You know, bringing up his Catholic Jamaican beliefs or whatever the case is. And on the low, he wound up cursing himself out. I was literally the star of his show even after high school. And I saw how God handled him, because before the streets gave Ricardo Hamilton a sex change to the point he don't even know whether he coming or going, he was seriously rapping or whatever, talking about, oh, I gotta hustle hard, you know, trying to be the next thing on the map in the worst way. And honestly, Ricardo Hamilton, if you see this, you know, it don't even matter whether it was distortion or my 5 senses. You try to rap and you fuck around the center like a square. talking about hustling and shit like that, where all your life you just wanted to be an actor, wanted to be successful. I don't know what the fuck happened to you, but the thing is, you glorified the streets, and the streets gave you a sex change. God handled you a long time ago as well. And then God said, Michael, Ricardo Hamilton been hating you for years. You've been a star of the show. You might as well give him what he wants too. So guess what? There's another instance where God took over and I smacked Ricardo Hamilton. You know? But even during then, before God started taking over again, God already handled my enemies. I already prayed. My subconscious prayed. God already spun the block for me, or whatever the case is. Because I'd be damned if I was like Cuban Link with a whole bunch of lip action for 30 fucking years. You got me fucked up. God spun the block the minute that Mario Ricardo Hamilton was doing the most, picking on me. God handled them, God deceived them, or whatever the case is. Even the streets got to them. You know, I had nothing to do with that. But God said, you know what, since they still bring your name up in their private conversations, you might as well give them what they want. I already did something about it. Just give them what they want so they can shut the fuck up. And that's what God did when he took over. And this was during the times when I was on my demon time, and I was already calm already. You know? I was already calm, but I was on my demon time at the same time, you know? So that God handled my enemies, as he always will handle my enemies, as he takes over. I handle my enemies with prayer and actions that follow suits. You know? And if the streets can't get to you, God will. I've literally been the star of the show, even after high school, because there's just some people, there's certain people that had a crush on me, or whatever the case is. They just didn't know how to say it. As soon as I came out, woo, you know. But enough of that. And then there's people who just seriously hated on me for no reason. You know, niggas wanted to ride my wave, even when I was telling lies or whatever, because I didn't know how to say that I was battling ethnicism. I didn't know how to say that I was gay. I didn't know how to say that I was queer. I didn't know how to say these things. So I tossed plenty of lies that people just literally never let go of that. Oh fucking well. Who doesn't lie when they're young? Who the fuck don't lie? Everybody lies. Now back to Cuban Link. This nigga been bringing up the scandals of Terror Squad and this and that for 30 years. You know, I wrote a comment on Hocus 45th page, and then I deleted it because it's like, yo, this is the reason why the Bronx can't move forward, because they see our people, our Bronx side people, beefing for 30 years and nothing being done about it. A whole lot of lip action, which is why the Bronx is laughable at this point. Thank you, Jesus, that we have P, Connie Diamond, A Boogie with the Hoodie, and now Scarlet that brought the Bronx forward. All we need is an LGBT member from the Bronx to bring the Bronx forward where it's the LGBT. You know? Because Cuban Link is literally, Cuban Link is what happens when you don't let God handle your battles and you try to do it yourself and you do too much thinking and not enough acting. You know? So to people that align with Cuban Link, y'all a whole bunch of geeks with lip action, and y'all should have prayed to God. Thank you.